neighborhood vegetables. It's a neighborhood restaurant.
Katie's in Mid-City. Mr. Drew Brees is absolutely correct. This is New Orleans, a Fantasy Friday edition of the program. Thanks so much for joining us. Corey Johnson with you. February in New Orleans, and it's 83 degrees outside. Holy smokes. Pretty nice to be living down here, I got to say. Greatest city in the world. We just finished up what we do best. Mardi Gras 2026 went off without a hitch. Michael Hecht's going to join us in about 10 minutes. We'll find out about the economic impact of Mardi Gras. I think the Downtown Development District said about 2.2 million folks showed up over the entire Mardi Gras celebration. Now, that could be somebody coming in from Mississippi one weekend, going back home, and then coming back again. But still, 2.2 million people coming to New Orleans over Mardi Gras. That's absolutely incredible, like a record Mardi Gras. I was kind of thinking as much the last week or two talking about it. Just the crowds were thick. Everything went off without a hitch. The police presence was huge, but never bothering people or cramping anyone's style, trying to hinder the party. So we'll talk with Michael Hecht about that. The Municipal Auditorium in Armstrong Park coming back online. The Artemis II rocket built out in New Orleans East. They're going to go to the moon next month, not land on the moon, but orbit the moon. Artemis 3 will put man back on the moon for the first time in about 50 plus years. An $84 million airport access road being built as we speak. And also, Greater New Orleans Inc. has their annual banquet next Friday. It's usually at the Hyatt Regency in that grand ballroom. About 1,500 folks attend. You are welcome to attend. We'll find out all about that and more with Michael Hecht in just a few minutes. In about 25 minutes, we're going live to Italy. Fletcher Mackel, week 3 at the Olympics, winding things down. I think he returns back to New Orleans next week. We'll visit with Fletch, another edition of Fridays with Fletch. Fletcher Mackel, WDSU sports director, sports reporter, sports anchor, sports blogger. Very knowledgeable, a journalist first, but not scared to give opinions. Scott Craig from Katie's and Francesca Deli, a couple of yats chopping it up in the 5 o'clock power hour. Always enjoy Scott joining us. By the way, this 4 o'clock hour on a Fantasy Friday brought to you by Kiefer and Kiefer, a New Orleans law firm for decades, committed to their clients, a real law firm. They're not scared to go to trial. They know where the courtroom is located. Senator Nat Kiefer started the firm. His son, Nat Kiefer Jr., joined his father. And now Nat Kiefer Jr.'s daughter, Megan, is a big part of the firm. So 3 generations strong. Yeah, if you have a real injury, if you have a real legal problem, you have a real claim, you need a real lawyer that can deliver real results, Kiefer and Kiefer is for you. To find out more, KieferandKiefer.com. KieferandKiefer.com. The 4 o'clock hour brought to you by Kiefer and Kiefer. Speaking of the law, the Supreme Court ruled that President Trump cannot impose tariffs without congressional approval. And it doesn't appear he has congressional approval. Not enough Republicans are on board. A 6-3 vote by the Supreme Court. Trump is ticked off about it, name calling, his usual attack mode. New Orleans native Amy Coney Barrett voted against the president and his use of power. Pretty interesting stuff. Amy Coney Barrett, appointed by Donald Trump. No, a 6-3 vote. Tomorrow, it's going to be 83 degrees as well, by the way, on Saturday. And then about a 40-degree drop in temperature by Sunday morning. And we'll creep right back up to like 60 degrees by Sunday afternoon. But Saturday's high is 83. And then Sunday morning when we wake up, it'll be low 40s. Like a 40-degree drop in temperature over maybe about 12 or 15 hours, something like that. Pretty crazy. Boy, on Twitter, pretty funny stuff. I mentioned Commissioner of Agriculture Mike Strain saying that peeled Louisiana crawfish prices may go up. That's, crawfish by the pound, peeled, because of a lack of migrant workers. Some have their visa, some are illegals. But the crawfish industry really relies on these folks. If they can't get the crawfish peeled in Louisiana, this is crazy. It's just amazing to me how this still is cheaper than getting citizens to do it, but it's true, it is. They will literally ship sacks of crawfish to Mexico, south of the border. At a Mexican processing plant, they will peel those crawfish, bag those Louisiana crawfish, and then ship them back to the United States. And that will be a lower cost than if they were peeled by U.S. citizens here in the United States. Just crazy. No, the crawfish industry relies on migrant workers, most of them with a visa, but many of them illegals, to peel crawfish. Now, what was funny, just folks on Twitter, on X, replying back like, don't you know how to peel crawfish? Peel your own. I'm just like blown away by this. Yeah, I'm a Louisiana native. Of course, I know how to peel crawfish. When someone boils crawfish, or I get crawfish from, a seafood shop that are already boiled, yes, I'm peeling them to eat them. But most of the population out there, when they're cooking with crawfish, they're not buying them by the sack and peeling them and then cooking with them. Some people do. I mentioned Frank Brightson. He will literally get his staff, after a big crawfish boil, they will peel the crawfish and just pile up the tails, pile up the tails, and they'll use those in dishes. But even Frank will buy the crawfish, the Louisiana crawfish, in the 1-pound bag with all that fat and cook with them. That's how most people cook with them. People that are cooking crawfish etouffee or a crawfish dish in New Orleans, in Cajun country, wherever. I'm not saying everyone, but most people, when they are cooking with them, I mean, your dish might require pounds of crawfish. People aren't going to get a sack of crawfish, boil them, peel them, pull the tails out, and then cook with them. Some people will, but most people go to the store and buy crawfish, Louisiana crawfish by the pound, and cook with them. But just you don't know how to peel them. You buy them and peel them. I'm just like, what are you people talking about? Just Twitter X is such a, I posted something today, just like it's a lot of mad, bitter people on social media, just lashing out, claws out, just on the attack. And a lot of them doing it with a pseudonym, like a fake name, hiding behind that. And then when you go click on, like who they are, their bio, just some crazy stuff, or, followed by 17 people. It's just like, really? But just amazing. Peel them yourself. You're upset about that. You want, slave labor to peel your crawfish. It's like, yeah, there's 12 to 20 million illegal aliens in the United States of America, and they do a lot of this work that citizens don't want to do. So, no, just to answer your question, Twitterverse, because I'm not replying to everybody. Yeah, I know how to peel crawfish. I'm a New Orleans native, Louisiana native. Got 25% Cajun blood running through my veins. Even though I'm a Yaddy City boy with not a, Cajun accent coming out of my mouth unless I don't know about it. I'm 25% Cajun. So yeah, boiled crawfish, I know how to peel and eat crawfish. But I also know how to go to the store or the seafood place and buy fresh Louisiana crawfish by the pound with all that wonderful fat and flavor. And if I'm cooking jambalaya or whatever at Touffet that requires crawfish tails, that's the route I go. I don't buy them boiled and peel them and pile up tails to cook. Now, sometimes people will do that, but most of the time it's buying them by the 1 pound bag. So no, Twitter's a trip. Social media is a trip. I think a lot of folks are just either lack social skills. I mean, a lot of folks say young people do. I don't know if that's true or not. Too much time in front of the computer, on the phone, whatever. But a lot of people just seem mad and bitter, and social media is a place where they can lash out. I posted something else on Twitter at Corey Johnson and actually on 4 other social media platforms: Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. My lunch today at Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. South Shore folks, don't be scared to make that short trip across the lake. 23 minutes from Lakeside Shopping Center. You're walking in the front door of Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. Get there tonight for dinner. Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. So damn good. You'll be glad you went. Corey Johnson with you, coming right back with Michael Hecht from Greater New Orleans Inc.
Scott Craig of Katie's Restaurant.
All of my ingredients are fresh. Nothing comes out of a can here. Nothing. All of our seafood is Louisiana. All of our vegetables are Louisiana vegetables. It's a neighborhood restaurant.
Katie's in Mid-City.
Here at the NOLA Coalition, we love our kids and we love our city. The people of New Orleans are standing together for a better future. By harnessing our collective resources, the NOLA Coalition will create a safer, more prosperous city for all residents. Your support is needed to help reduce violence, invest in our children, and drive generational change. Join now at nolacoalition.info.
Outdoor dining, Middle Eastern cuisine, under the oak trees, Lebanon's Cafe, some of the city's finest lamb chops and shish kebab, Carrollton at Jeanette by the streetcar barn, Lebanon's Cafe.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, insagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, insagency.com.
Word is, one of the best restaurants in New Orleans isn't even in New Orleans. Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. Cross the lake and taste what you're missing. Tuesday through Saturday. Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville.
Young's Dry Cleaning has free pickup and delivery. That's right. Young's Dry Cleaning has absolutely free pickup and delivery. Home or office, East Bank or West Bank. Call Young's at 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes on magazine, as unique as you.
Trey Yen in Mandeville, a New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen. If you gotta have a fence, you gotta see the Fence Man, a locally owned, fully insured fencing company serving the Metro New Orleans area for over 20 years. You gotta see the Fence Man. TheFenceman-NewOrleans.com.
Francesca Deli and Pizzeria has over 15 specialty sandwiches, a big 10-ounce burger, and some of the best pizza in New Orleans. Francesca Deli and Pizzeria on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview between Canal Boulevard and West End.
Yeah, you bet. Right. Corey Johnson back at you on a Friday. Thanks so much for joining us. Michael Hecht's with us from Greater New Orleans Inc. What's up, Michael?
Hey, Corey. Welcome to the recovery zone. Welcome to the aftermath of what I think was a very successful Mardi Gras. When only Shia LaBeouf gets touched up, that's a pretty good run.
I think so, too. I mean, very few incidents. I mean, no gunshots in the quarter, no gunshots on the parade route. The police presence was magnificent, yet they weren't bothering anyone or, hindering anybody's fun. I just thought it was like a perfect Mardi Gras coupled with outrageously great weather.
I rode on the first night on the Friday, and it was that type of weather in New Orleans where you walk outside and you just kind of giggle to yourself, because for that moment, it's like Southern California weather, but in New Orleans. Doesn't last. Now we're back to summer. It's 82 out right now.
No, I literally was going to meet some friends and I giggled by myself out loud. I was like, this weather's just crazy good. I mean, it really was. It's funny you say that. Hey, the downtown development district said 2.2 million folks over, I guess, a few weeks of Mardi Gras in town.
That feels about right. I don't know. I mean, my understanding is that it was kind of close to historic levels, but wasn't a record. That feels about right. I think travel is down a little bit because tourism is down a little bit, right? And you also got, some people feeling the pinch, but it certainly felt, kind of normal crowded to me, right? It didn't feel like a drop off. It felt pretty good.
No, I can't wait to hear the economic numbers. Somewhere around $750 million economic impact is expected.
Yeah, the real thing, and I always say this, Corey, is that the economic impact numbers are great, but the most important thing is that the world saw New Orleans, experienced New Orleans that looked and felt safe and accessible.
Yep.
And I don't know what the value is on that, but it's enormous.
Michael, some people are like going, why do you keep tweeting about strawberries? I can't help myself. These local fresh strawberries the last month and a half we've had are absolutely outstanding. I'm glad Plant City, Florida, and those Driscolls out of California exist, because I guess in the off season, if you have to have strawberries, you can get them. But I pretty much avoid strawberries until the 2 strawberry seasons in Louisiana going on right now, and then another one coming up in the summer. But the strawberries are outstanding from Springfield, from Amite, Ponchatoula, Hammond.
They're gorgeous. They're not worth eating otherwise. I mean, yeah, like the Driscoll, I don't know, the blueberries, I guess, are fine, but the strawberries, they just kind of taste like cold mush.
Yep.
But the Ponchatoula ones, they taste like strawberries smell. Does that make sense?
No, totally. Like when you're cutting them, you can smell them. They're unbelievably good. Hey, a week from today, the annual Greater New Orleans Inc. banquet, the luncheon, right?
Yeah. Very excited about this one. The theme this year is refreshed, renewed, refocused, and ready, because we thought that's kind of how people are feeling.
I definitely think that's how people are feeling, Michael. I mean, we were talking about it last week. The Mayor Helena Moreno, the new council, every day it's like they're making some kind of positive announcement. And the latest is the Municipal Auditorium in Armstrong Park.
Yeah, and it's, I want to give ton of credit to the new administration that they're just going for it. But I also think it does point out the counter argument, which is what we learned during the Super Bowl, is that if you actually care, progress is possible. And I think it's just underscoring that the last administration, we got a lot of grievance and not much grunt.
That's exactly right. People were just disgusted. People threw in the towel, just waiting for it to be over with. Now it is, and there's actually hope coupled with expectations, which is very refreshing. Hey, the street repairs, sidewalk repairs, just the little things, I think, are making a big difference for a lot of people.
Yeah, well, it's those little things cumulatively are what create the sense of security, and that you literally have solid ground to drive on. I mean, it's nice to have a grand gesture, like, I don't know, like signing a sister city agreement. But, repairing a water leak or a pothole or a sidewalk in front of a historic church in Tremay, that's really what being there is about. The fact that that's being focused on relentlessly up front is refreshing. It's fun. I think that if we keep up this momentum, Corey, for 2 years, we're going to have a city that looks and feels very different than it did 2 months ago.
If we can keep this momentum up for 2 years, it'll be dramatically different. There's no doubt. I was posting on social media just some like sinkholes that were dangerous, and Helena Moreno, Steve Nelson, apparently they're checking it out, or they're aware of it anyway, and fixing these things in like 48 hours. One by Jesuit on Carrollton Avenue, one by Canal Boulevard in Navarre by the train tracks. I'm just blown away by that. It just aggressive.
I mean, again, it's credit to Steve and to the mayor, and it also makes you shake your head. You're like, oh my God. Like, this whole time we've been kind of gaslit into the idea that it's just not possible, and we just have to live with it and have Instagram pages dedicated to poor infrastructure. And you realize, no, we really don't have to tolerate this. And so we're also, I think, getting a collective rising of expectations, which is fundamental from, to keep the political pressure up, right?
Of course. Michael Hecht with us from Greater New Orleans Inc. Every week, this segment's brought to you by Latrim, the global manufacturing giant. Hey, Michael, you had your favorite little pothole sinkhole at Claiborne and Poydras. Mine was on Carrollton Avenue, right past the entrance to I-10 in that far right lane. You just had to avoid it for like the last 2 or 3 years. They went in there, they broke up the concrete, poured new concrete. You could roll a marble down that lane now. It's back to 3 lanes on Carrollton right there. Incredible.
Yeah, no, it's incredible. The more that we can do to draw attention to this and support it. And I think right now, I don't think I've talked to anybody, Corey, regardless of demographic, over the past month who hasn't had good things to say. Everybody is just thrilled. I think it feels a bit like coming out of an abusive relationship, and you just got used to it, and you just didn't realize how wrong things were. And now you're in a nurturing relationship, and you just relax because you don't have to be on guard all the time.
No, it's true.
I was talking to somebody. We have a meeting with the mayor coming up. He said, my God, I don't know what it's going to be like walking into the mayor's office and not getting ready to get cussed at for 30 minutes.
No, it's so true. You get used to a bad relationship, and then when it's over, your shoulders drop, you exhale and go, wow, this is reality. This is how it's supposed to be. I got used to a bad situation. No, that's a great point, Michael. Hey, going back to the Municipal Auditorium, this building was built in 1930. It's basically been not mothballed, sadly. It's going to be mothballed now. For the last 20 years, it has not been in operation. That's like 20% of its life, not in operation. That's going to be fantastic, getting that back to commerce again. The Mahalia Jackson Theater's state-of-the-art. Armstrong Park has potential to be state-of-the-art. Really excited about that.
Yeah, it's I think there's also what we're seeing right now is an administration that is operating without ego, and dare I say, without internal fear. Because sometimes you get a good, competent administration, but there's kind of a level inside of people not wanting to mess up, and it slows things down. And I kind of feel like now people are empowered to do their job, and they're good people. They're doing a good job.
Yep.
So things are just happening a magnitude quicker than they used to. Something that sat vacant for 20 years is going to, be going forward again too. And you look at the litany of the projects. It's 2-lane Charity, it's River District, it's NSA, it's Lindy Boggs. And then you got some stuff that we're getting on, which is not New Orleans, like we're trying to figure out the plan for Esplanade Mall, out in Kenner.
Yep.
So I think that we should be proud that we got through the dark times kind of still intact.
IKEA. I think an IKEA would slaughter it at the Esplanade Mall site.
Yeah, it certainly does feel like it's a good question, actually. It's certainly big enough.
I mean, if you had an IKEA,
ask about that.
If you had an IKEA and a Bass Pro Shop at the Esplanade Mall site, it would just totally reinvigorate Kenner.
Yeah, there's some weird thing with Bass Pro or with maybe it's Cabela's. There's some weird non-compete that the state signed under Jindal that I think makes that difficult. I could be wrong, but there's something going on there. But at IKEA, the closest IKEA is Houston, which is kind of stunning, right?
Yep. No, and they want 2 million people within 60 miles, and having it in Kenner, that side of the city with Baton Rouge, it fits that bill. Hey, real quick, Michael, the airport's getting an $84 million access road. Artemis 2 was going to go orbit the moon. Just some incredible stuff going on locally.
Yeah, a lot of incredible. I guess I would politely say that it's actually not incredible. It's actually real, and that's what's interesting. Is sometimes this stuff is fantastical, and it's just like, oh yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna, I don't know, we're gonna bring back Six Flags, and you're like, okay, but this stuff is actually happening.
No, it is, and you're right. It's supposed to be happening. I think we, like you said about the relationship, we got used to the bad, and now good stuff's happening. Michael, folks can get tickets to the banquet in a week, right?
Well, I think we're sold out, Corey. In fact, I know we're sold out, but if anybody wants to go, they should get in touch with me at G&O Inc. And usually people who have tables have a couple of empty seats, so we can slot them in.
Perfect. And it's at the Hyatt again?
At the Hyatt again, right in the Empire Room, right up top.
I'll see you next Friday over there.
See you next Friday, KJ. Have a great weekend.
That's Michael Hecht from Greater New Orleans.
Isn't it time to have that dream backyard
right
you've always wanted? LGD Lawn and Landscapes can make it happen with artificial turf installation. Synthetic turf gives you the look and feel of natural grass. You get a beautiful lawn without the ongoing expenses of maintenance and no puddles, meaning you won't be tracking grass or dirt into the house. Let LGD come to your house and give you a free estimate. NOLALGD.com.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
South Shore residents that love good food are making the short trip across the lake to Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. North Shore folks have known about Gallagher's 527 for years. Now the South Shore has discovered this hidden gem. One of the metro area's best restaurants is less than 30 minutes away. Take the quick trip across the lake and experience Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. As good as it gets.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralox, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralox technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralox is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, in this Lamarck Automotive Complex is something called Quick Lane. tires, wheel alignments, struts, servicing your transmission. We're doing all makes and models. It doesn't have to have been purchased from us. It's for you. It handles your lifestyle with your budget in mind. And we want to get you in and out as quick as possible. Quick Lane, you got to come see it. You're going to love the experience. Right there at Williams Boulevard in Kenner.
In New Orleans, we don't eat to live. We live to eat.
More is better.
Scott Craig of Katie's.
That is our slogan. More is better at Katie's. It means more of everything. Not just more food, more smiles, more friendship, more love, more. When you do something, you have to do it right. It's all about more, and it's all more of the good things.
Get more at Katie's Restaurant in Mid-City.
Tired of cleaning your gutters? Improve the value and look of your home with Leaf Guard gutters. And you'll never have to clean your gutters again. Ever. I guarantee it. Let Audubon Gutters install Leaf Guard gutters today. You'll improve the look and value of your home. And right now is the perfect time during Audubon Gutters' 99-cent installation sale. Call 469-6494 now. Get out of that gutter and get on the phone. At Audubon Gutters.
Is he going to come back? He's been in Italy for 3 weeks now. It's another edition of Fridays with Fletch. Fletcher Mackel joins us from Milan. What up, Fletch?
I did. Is today Friday? Days don't matter to me. I work every day. So you're right. I left 3 weeks ago today, 21 days ago today on Friday, whatever that was, Friday. Was it Friday the 29th? Yeah. I guess that's right. Friday the 29th or something, I left. And God, it's hard to believe that 21 days have flown by this quickly.
When do the Olympics wrap up? Sunday?
Sunday, closing ceremony. Men's, I'm at the hockey right now. I'm covering tonight. USA versus Slovakia. USA's routing them. It's going to end here in a few minutes. It's 11:30 p.m. here. The game started at 9 local time. We're 7 hours ahead of Central Time. And so it's one of those things where it's going to end. And Team USA Canada Sunday. The U.S. hasn't played in the gold medal match since 2010 in Vancouver. They haven't won it since the Miracle on Ice in 1980.
And what it could be USA Canada?
It is. It's USA Canada.
Same as the women, right?
Canada.
Same as the women?
Same as the women. Yep.
Wow.
Canada beat Finland before this game, and the US is beating Slovakia. So it's Sunday. It's going to be Canada versus Finland, Canada versus U.S. in the gold medal match. Loser gets silver, obviously. And then in the bronze match, it'll be Finland versus Slovakia.
I was going to ask you, and you already said it's 11:37 your time, almost midnight in Milan. What time do sporting events at the Olympics start in the day?
All day. So when I was in Paris, I learned that the scope of this, and you and I talked about it when I was in Paris, the scope of this, I love the Super Bowl and the big events we have, but the focus is singular and it's massive and we do a great job and those are amazing events. This is hard to explain to people about what it is and the scope of it. The Summer Olympics go for 16 days. Events start at 8 a.m. and they start some events at 9 and 10 p.m.
Wow.
In the winter isn't much different. And so there's events that start at 8, 9 a.m. and it just goes. It's just nonstop at all the venues, at all the ski spots. And, tonight, they had 2 hockey games. They had one that started at 5:30, and then right after that, they're playing another mega match here that started at 9 p.m. local time. So it's, trying to explain it to people it would be like saying the Super Bowl's in your city every day for 16 days. It's the Super Bowl and it's the NBA All-Star game and there's people from around the world and there's media from around the world. And it's just, the scope of this, I had no idea till I went to Paris and it is huge.
And accents, you've heard so many, you don't even know where they're coming from, huh?
Yeah, it's true. Paris was like nothing I've ever experienced. It was like a fairy tale being there. It was amazing to cover. Milan has been unbelievable. Don't sleep on this city. I know that the Amalfi Coast in Rome and in Venice and different places get a lot of pub in Italy. Milan is amazing. I mean, food, fashion, culture, history. This place is just next level. The only thing that's different is it's so spread out. What Italy did, it's good for them. It's just hard for tourists. So it's all of northern Italy. And so while Milan and Cortina are the headliners, there are 6 cities hosting events. So just to kind of put things, I like parallels. For your listeners and your viewers right now, it would basically be like saying, it's Olympics Deep South, or it's Olympics Dallas, Atlanta. And oh, by the way, New Orleans, Houston, Austin, Baton Rouge, and Birmingham are also hosting stuff.
Wow.
So, like, if you're around the world and you look at a map and you go, yeah, look, those places are all in the Deep South. But, like Cortina to Milan is 6.5 hours. Milan to Livigno is 4 hours. So, like I did a day trip to Livigno the other day. It's 4 hours on a train. And then we spent 5 hours there. And then we did 4 hours back. It'd basically be like going to spend a day in Houston and coming back, So It's just different, covering these games because they're so spread out. But Milan has just knocked it out the park. It's been unreal how good they are.
What are like maybe the best and second best things you've seen Olympic-wise since you've been there? What stands out?
Speed skating was awesome. I don't know anything about speed skating, but going to those matches, watching how people embrace it and cover it, unbelievable. Speed skating was awesome. But the women's hockey team has just been, I've covered them a ton, and they are fantastic. It's been awesome covering. I was at the gold medal match last night. I covered 3 of their games. It was pretty fantastic stuff.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like the men, with hockey and soccer, let's say, you don't know what's going to happen. The women seem to dominate soccer and they seem to dominate hockey.
Yeah. Okay, I apologize, Corey. I keep doing this to you every week. Game just ended 6-2 Team USA. And unlike I think I explained this to you last time, there's no locker room because there's like 700 media members here. They walk down a row and talk to everybody. So as soon as they leave the ice, they're coming off. But I'll be back next week and we can, talk about all the Saints Pelicans normal stuff if that's okay.
Yep. Have a safe flight back, Fletch. Thanks for the last 3 weeks.
All right, cool deal.
That's Fletcher Mackel. 3 weeks. He's joined us live from Milan. I mean, it's just awesome. He'll be back on Tuesday, back in New Orleans. And when he joins us next Friday for another edition of Fridays with Fletch, it'll be from the Crescent City. Hey, speaking of the Crescent City, every day this radio program, this television program, this show on social media, brought to you by the Lamarck Automotive Complex and Lamarck Crescent City Ford in Elmwood. Now, I often talk about the big store, Lamarck Ford, 45 plus years. You're looking for an F-150, an Explorer, a Mustang. Why would you go anywhere else? Ronnie Lamarck's going to tighten you up in Kennebra. Also, if you're looking for one of those black label Lincoln SUVs, the #1 Lincoln dealership in Louisiana, Lamarck Lincoln in Kennebra. And if you need a commercial truck, van, or SUV, you go to Elmwood, Crescent City Ford, Lamarck Crescent City Ford. They've been at it for over 80 years on Jefferson Highway. Originally right by the parish line where that Lowe's is right there by the Sewage and Water Board. That was the original location for 50 years, half a century plus for Crescent City Ford. And then about 20, 25 years ago or so, they moved down Jefferson Highway right before the S-curve in Harahan, right past Elmwood on Horde and Jefferson Highway, Lamarck Crescent City Ford. Yeah, if you own a business, you need a commercial van, truck, or SUV, Lamarck Crescent City Ford in Elmwood has you covered. Yeah, every day this program, The Neutral Ground with me, brought to you by the Lamarck Automotive Complex and Lamarck Crescent City Ford. Thank you, Ronnie Lamarck from Araby Park, doing everybody right in the Crescent City. Michael Hecht just joined us a few minutes ago from Greater New Orleans Inc. The banquet is a week from today at the Hyatt Regency, essentially sold out. Somewhere between 1,200 and 1,500 people will be there. But Michael said, people buy these tables by the group, and the table might seat like 8 or 10 people, and they've only got, 6 or 8 coming. So there's a spot or 2 available. If you want to go, just go online and Google Greater New Orleans Inc. and send Michael Hecht an email saying you'd like to go to the banquet next Friday for lunch at the Hyatt Regency downtown, the annual Greater New Orleans Inc. banquet. Now, what do you say? Renew, refresh. So true. With Helena Moreno, the new council, folks that are elected officials that are actually civic minded. It's no junket Cantrell. It's not going out on the city credit card. Where can I get a free meal and some free booze? Where can I travel this month? I mean, it was obnoxious with junket Cantrell, and we get used to it. Michael mentioned like it's like a bad relationship. You get kind of stuck in it, and it's sort of your life, and you think that's how it is. And then when you get out of that bad relationship, you're like, my God, I can breathe again. Boy, all the baggage and crap I had to deal with. Why was I friends with that guy for so long? That kind of thing. You're like, man, that was just a toxic relationship. That wasn't good. And sadly, I mean, we live in New Orleans. What are you going to do? You get used to it. You got to deal with it. You sort of just ignore it after a while. Oh, another junket for the mayor. Oh, the mayor going to get another meal. Then the mayor staying at the Pontalba apartment. The mayor dating a cop. Just on and on and on. Just obnoxious behavior. Selfish, obnoxious behavior. Ridiculously selfish. An elected official who was not civic-minded. So it is absolutely refreshing. Helena Moreno is incapable of setting up herself for friends. She's married. Her and her husband do very well. She's not out to get something for free. It's just, I've known Helena Moreno. I'm not tight with her. We're not like pals, but I've known her when she was at Channel 6, and I've been in this business, before she even came to New Orleans. So she's just not built that way. And it's refreshing because elected officials are supposed to be civic-minded. So we're like back to normal. And then just every few days, once a week at worst, a major announcement that's a positive for New Orleans. I mentioned yesterday it was the Municipal Auditorium in Armstrong Park, the $84 million road connecting the new terminal at Louis Armstrong International to the rental car facility and parking is being built as we speak. Inside, that Glazer Airport access road is going to, it already is, but it's going to be basically exclusively just like the airline highway exit off of I-10. That's what it's going to become. They'll have new signage up. It won't be airport access road. Right now it still is because people need to get to the rental car facility by the old terminal. But it'll soon just be the airline highway exit off of I-10. And within the fencing, right parallel to the runway, you have this new access road being built. So you don't have to worry about stoplights on veterans. You don't have to worry about traffic on veterans. You don't have to worry about people that are already exiting on the old access road to get to airline highway. You don't have to worry about any of that traffic. It'll be exclusively airport traffic. People that get into a shuttle and beeline down this new road to the rental car facility and the like. So that's fantastic. And having an airline highway exit off I-10 exclusively is fantastic. It's moving the needle, moving the city forward. So all this is great progress. I've been tweeting on X, major problems on roads. And within 48 hours, a few days, they're fixing these major problems, like on Carrollton Avenue by Jesuit, by Carrollton Avenue right past the I-10 entrance ramp, on Canal Boulevard by the train tracks. Major sinkholes that damage vehicles that could kill someone on a motorcycle, like dangerous. No, it's nice to have civic-minded elected officials moving the needle forward for us, working for us.
Word is, one of the best restaurants in New Orleans isn't even in New Orleans. Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. Cross the lake and taste what you're missing. Tuesday through Saturday, Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes on Magazine, as unique as you.
When USA Today ranked the 10 best must-visit New Orleans restaurants for travelers, Mid-City's own Katie's made the list. USA Today says Scott Craig is chef-owner at Katie's, a much-loved Creole Italian eatery that draws armies of regulars for lunch, brunch, and dinner. A neighborhood spot where locals congregate and New Orleans-style hospitality rules. Indeed it does. Katie's in Mid-City.
When you need a new fence or automatic gate at your property or place of business, anywhere in Metro New Orleans, you got to see the Fence Man. For over 20 years, the Fence Man has been taking care of residential and commercial customers, uses only the highest quality materials and products.
Because I'm the Fence Man.
For fences and automatic gates.
Yeah, I'm the Fence Man.
TheFenceman-NewOrleans.com.
Young's Dry Cleaning, with 2 walk-up locations with personal service. Young's on Claiborne and Young's on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview. Young's Dry Cleaning. Call 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
Here at the NOLA Coalition, we love our kids and we love our city. The people of New Orleans are standing together for a better future. By harnessing our collective resources, the NOLA Coalition will create a safer, more prosperous city for all residents. Your support is needed to help reduce violence, invest in our children, and drive generational change. Join now at nolacoalition.info.
Trey Yen in Mandeville, a New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen.
Tired of cleaning your gutters? Improve the value and look of your home with Leaf Guard gutters. And you'll never have to clean your gutters again, ever. I guarantee it. Let Audubon Gutters install Leaf Guard gutters today. You'll improve the look and value of your home. And right now is the perfect time during Audubon Gutters' 99-cent installation sale. Call 469-6494 now. Get out of that gutter and get on the phone. At Audubon Gutters.
LGD Lawn and Landscapes installed a chipping and putting green in my backyard. I'm in radio and television, so I do fine, but I'm not rich or wealthy. You don't need to be rich or wealthy. You can just be a regular Joe and get a chipping and putting green installed in your backyard, much more affordable than you think. LGD Lawn and Landscapes will take care of you. Call Colin. Get an absolutely free estimate. You don't need a chipping and putting green. You just want artificial turf in your backyard, side yard, front yard, wherever. Zero maintenance. Over time, not having to pay the gardener, the landscaper, it'll pay for itself. The website is nolalgd.com. Go online, check out all their installations all over the metro area. nolalgd.com. And call Colin. He'll come out to your house or your business and give you an absolutely free estimate on synthetic turf, artificial turf, or even a chipping and putting green in your backyard. No, I swear, I'm like, every time I look out the window or I go in the backyard and, play around on it or just see it, I'm like, man, this is mine. It's in my backyard. Just blown away by it. Incredible. First class. And for you golfers, my green roll is about 11 on the stimp meter. I've got a little fringe around it for chipping. And I've got a few little mats in other parts of my yard where I can chip from there onto the green. NOLALGD.com. It's incredible. NOLALGD.com. Go online, call Colin, get a free estimate. No, it really is outrageous. I'm going to get out there this afternoon because it's 83 degrees. When I get off the air tonight, got the lights on, the floodlights on back there, do a little chipping, do a little putting. 83 degrees. Tomorrow, it'll be 83 degrees again. And then a little rain may be coming in tomorrow afternoon, a Coolio front, not some Arctic blast. We're not getting down to like freezing temperatures, but we're going to drop about 40 degrees from like 83 to 43 by Sunday morning, but it'll go right back up to about 60. And then Monday, a little cooler in the morning, and then creep back up to around 60. Some great weather remaining in the city. Boy, Mardi Gras, we hit it out the park with the weather. Thank God. That weekend, last weekend was, with Endymion Saturday, Bacchus Sunday, threat of rain both days, and it just went away. Saturday went away entirely, and Sunday it happened overnight, like 1 in the morning till 5 in the morning, like 2 big inches of rain fell. But Sunday was fantastic weather, sunny, bright, perfect. All those parades went off without a hitch. Toth and Okeanos and Mid-City, Bacchus. Great stuff. Mardi Gras 2026. Downtown Development District said 2.2 million people came into the city over the few weeks of Mardi Gras. 2.2 million tourists coming in from outside the city. That's just amazing. It might be a record Mardi Gras. Michael Hecht joined us a little while ago. Next Friday when he joins us, maybe we'll have some actual economic numbers. Those numbers are expected to be like at $750 million or north of that, like $700, $800, $900 million economic impact. Amazing. Truly amazing. No, we hit it out the park. Great police presence, great crowds, no major incidents. I mean, I'm not saying any of this is minor, like the black Barbie with the noose, with the Tux folks. That was ridiculous. That idiot, I'm sure, is thrown out of the crew. Maybe some people on the float that allowed it to happen right in front of them, they need to get tossed out as well. The Zulu rider who threw, I thought it was like a pint bottle, ended up being like a wine bottle, hit the little 4-year-old girl in the top of the head, needed stitches, blood everywhere. No, it's just terrible, but I'm not downplaying those, but that's far from some idiot in the French Quarter on Bourbon Street shooting up the area and people getting shot and some getting killed, or on the parade route on St. Charles Avenue, some altercation that ends up in gunfire. We had none of that. Zero. None. There was like a shooting in Hammond. That was like the major shooting during Mardi Gras in the Metro. No, the NOPD, Troop NOLA did a fantastic job. The National Guard did a fantastic job. Local, statewide, federal law enforcement coming into town. Great job. I mean, 300 plus FBI agents, in town. Just, I can't really remember a more flawless Mardi Gras. Weather-wise, crowd-wise, parades, law enforcement not impeding on our fun at all. Like, I don't know, the NOPD, Troop NOLA told them how it is. And, something that maybe in Cincinnati, you're going to go bother someone or tell them to stop. In New Orleans, you just let it go. It's harmless. No, just a great Mardi Gras. Can't wait to see the economic numbers. Now, Michael Hecht joined us. We were talking about the city and how refreshing things are. Junket Cantrell in the rearview mirror. And that's just such a blessing. And we actually have civic-minded people, running our city. Elected officials that are civic-minded. And that's just as good as it gets. People that are not in to enrich themselves or their friends, but are here to do their elected job, literally working for us. Sometimes, in New Orleans and in Louisiana with the Edwin Edwards, the Bill Jeffersons of the world, Mark Morial, C. Ray Nagin, Aaron Broussard, the Alario, John Alario, the Heitmeyers. I can go on and on and on. These jokers that we elect, and I don't know, we kind of accept the fact that, they're going to set themselves up and their friends and their family, and they don't really work for us, and they're not civic-minded. We just sort of accept that. And that's why Louisiana and New Orleans have floundered for like the last 40 years, because we accept that crap. Not anymore. We've got elected officials that are civic-minded and work for us, and that's just as refreshing as it gets. Hey, speaking of refreshing, it's Friday. Francesca Deli in Lakeview, taking care of you on a Friday. It's seafood night. You folks that are, Catholics and beyond that are observing Lent, no meat, especially on a Friday. Francesca Deli in Lakeview, you can get a great vegetarian pizza. You can get some, incredible seafood platter. Scott Craig's going to join us in a few minutes from Katie's and Francesca Deli. He'll fill us in on what's on that seafood platter because it is enormous. The one at Katie's, I got to ask Scott about this. It's like about the size of a loaf of zip bread. It's literally on this oval platter that's about, I want to say more than 2 feet wide. It might be like 30 inches wide, and it's just full of seafood, and it's $50. It's insane. What are you barking about, Blue Boy? You want to take out the whole seafood platter? You think you can knock out the $50 seafood platter at Katie's? It feeds like 4 to 6 people. Get some onion rings to start, and you're just rocking and rolling. Yeah, seafood at Katie's, seafood night at Francesca Deli. Corey Johnson with me. That's Blue Boy barking saying, hey, speaking of Katie's and Francesca Deli, Scott Craig joins us
TV
next.
on Cox Channel 4 and Spectrum Channel 333. Also on YouTube, on radio at NOLA Talk 93.9 FM, WSLA New Orleans.
It's 5 p.m.
The Fence Man, a locally owned fencing company serving the metro New Orleans area for over 20 years.
I'm the fence man.
TheFenceman-NewOrleans.com.
Yeah, I'm the fence man.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralocks, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralocks technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralocks is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Young's Dry Cleaning has free pickup and delivery. That's right. Young's Dry Cleaning has absolutely free pickup and delivery. Home or office, East Bank or West Bank. Call Young's at 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com. My Sittu, that's Arabic for grandmother, used to make the best football kibbe. You can experience kibbe just like my grandmother used to make, and so many other Middle Eastern favorites on the streetcar line. Lebanon's Cafe.
Total maintenance keeps you cool. Total maintenance keeps you cool. Total maintenance keeps you cool. TM-AC.com, your cool spots. Total maintenance keeps you cool. TM-AC.com, your cool spots.
Artificial turf custom golf putting greens. Beautiful, functional, zero maintenance. Call New Orleans' own LGD Lawn and Landscapes and get your free estimate.
South Shore residents that love good food are making the short trip across the lake to Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. North Shore folks have known about Gallagher's 527 for years. Now the South Shore has discovered this hidden gem. One of the metro area's best restaurants is less than 30 minutes away. Take the quick trip across the lake and experience Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. As good as it gets.
Ford F-150, #1 seller in America. What about in the USA? Let's see, what about in the world? Who sells more trucks than Ford? Nobody. It's because the Lamarck team is the real team. All that makes it happen is one goal. Everybody having a great experience at Lamarck Ford. We became #1 for a reason, because we're good. And we need to prove it every day, every deal, all the time.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
Tired of cleaning your gutters? Improve the value and look of your home with Leaf Guard gutters. And you'll never have to clean your gutters again. Ever. I guarantee it. Let Audubon Gutters install Leaf Guard gutters today. You'll improve the look and value of your home. And right now is the perfect time during Audubon Gutters 99-cent installation sale. Call 469-6494 now. Get out of that gutter and get on the phone. At Audubon Gutters.
In New Orleans, we don't eat to live. We live to eat.
More is better.
Scott Craig of Katie's.
That is our slogan. More is better at Katie's. It means more of everything. Not just more food, more smiles, more friendship, more love, more. When you do something, you have to do it right. You know, it's all about more, and it's all more of the good things.
Get more at Katie's Restaurant in Mid-City.
Oh boy, here we go. 5 o'clock powwow on a Friday. Look who the cat dragged in, or your blue boy dragged in. What's up, Scott?
Well, I was just hanging out. I figured I'd stop.
Oh boy, Scott Craig live in studio, New Orleans. We got a good 5 o'clock powwow hour lined up for you on this Fantasy Friday.
I heard you talking about the giant seafood.
We're going to talk about that giant seafood platter, but the 5 o'clock whistle just went off. That is appropriately brought to you by Katie's. I don't know if you've been there, Scott. It's Katie's in Mid-City.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, it's all right. I was there for lunch last week or a week before that with 4 other guys.
I miss you on steak night.
Yep, I know.
But
Wednesday
now
night.
we're doing a giant piece of sea bass for steak.
Because it's Lent.
Because it's Lent.
Now, does steak night still exist during Lent?
It does.
For people like me, Catholics, that,
sort of.
I'm kind of the poster boy for Catholicism. I don't go to church and I don't observe Lent.
It's perfect Catholic.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That's why I'm a Lutheran. So last week we did cobia. And then this week we're going to do sea bass.
And what?
And you get the same special, except you get different potatoes because we have meat in the potatoes.
Oh, you got a little bacon in the potatoes. Now those potatoes kick.
Yeah, they're so good. We're just going to do
those
them without
potatoes. I hype the potatoes. I think people are like, dude, they're potatoes. They're some of the best mashed potatoes anywhere.
Can you
will
have
clean
bacon
your
fat?
plate. What's that?
Can you eat bacon fat?
No, I don't think you can do any of that. I remember what who was
My wife's
it?
crazy
Who
about
said
it.
you could eat alligator? Who was the archbishop then?
It's meat.
Well, no,
Hannon?
Yeah, Hannon.
Yeah.
He said now alligator seafood, so you can eat that.
Yeah, Stephanie, my beautiful bride, she follows it strictly, but she doesn't go to church.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
She just says I have to give up something for Lent.
So it's the Caesar salad to start.
Yeah.
It's what you said, cobia.
This week it's going to be sea bass.
All right, sea bass, and then it's what potatoes instead of the mashed potatoes
It's just going to be a mashed potato,
but without the bacon,
with the green onion and the cheese in it.
It's still great.
It's
and then
so
the green beans.
Green beans.
And then
We did broccoli last week.
Okay, broccoli, and then your homemade
white chocolate bread pudding
with the whipped cream.
No,
and then
and
then you can pick a cocktail or a glass of wine, and
or a mocktail.
And it's or a mocktail.
If
I
you're
had
not
water.
If you're not drinking,
it's $39.
$39.
Yeah. Where I
and
screwed
sea
up.
bass is $35 a pound, by the way.
My buddy was talking about this the other day. He's like, dude, did you get a drink the other night at steak night? I'm like, no. He goes, why didn't you get one and give it to me? I was like, wasn't thinking about that.
Yes.
I just had water.
Just do it.
Yep. Yeah, I like the 10 ounce. I mean, you say it's less. Okay, we'll say what it is. 8 ounce.
It's 8 ounces.
I think it's
but we
about 10
cut
ounces.
them
Yes, you're
and,
hand cutting them so they're big.
Sometimes we don't get them perfectly.
What I like about that, because it tastes like you throw down coals and grilled it.
Well, we have an awesome grill, and it's the same grill that we grill oysters on.
So you got some of that butter residue on there?
Yes. So we're burning the oysters on it.
Yeah, it's got the grill marks. The steak's fantastic. Great
And
flavor.
I've got world-class grill people.
If you don't want the filet, you can get the ribeye with some grilled shrimp on top, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we do.
$39.
We do that, and you can get other sides, but
it's like 5-course meal, wine, or a cocktail for $39.
I've got right
Wednesday
now,
night.
In 32 years, I've been through a plethora of line cooks. They stay for a long time, but they don't stay for 32 years. So right now, I have the best kitchen staff team that I can remember. It's the best since Katrina.
Now, I know you don't have it sitting in front of you, but you've been at Katie's, what now? Owned Katie's for
32 years.
32 years. Well, I was about to say 25.
Half
plus.
of my life. I'll be
Yeah.
64 this year.
Unreal. Rattle off some seafood that folks can get at Katie's.
Well, tonight, unfortunately, we couldn't get any more cobia because it has to be fresh. Everything I do is fresh. I've got trout, redfish, catfish, fresh tuna. We got our own tuna. And what other fish did we have? We may have some sheep's head. I'm trying to get a bunch of different fish to do on weekends and during the week because I can get it delivered, bang, 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 you know.
Fried shrimp po' boy, fried shrimp platter.
Oysters. We've got
What's
it all.
the combo platter? What's on that? Oysters and shrimp?
Oysters and shrimp, or oysters and catfish, or shrimp and catfish, or, you know, whatever you want.
Yep.
But at the deli,
Francesca
I got
Deli
one today.
on Harrison Avenue in between Canal Boulevard and West End.
Yep, I got it today. I got a half. It's a half a pan. So, you know, the full pans, steam pans, full pans.
Yeah,
and
the
half
ones
pans.
that with the little burners underneath, like the
Right.
a foot
Well,
wide, by maybe
except
2
it's
feet
this
long.
deep.
Yep.
We've got the deep steam pans, and I brought a half to the staff at UNO today. The administration, Marco Perez, Gina, my wife Stephanie, you know, everybody was there. So Brant, so they all ate off of that. There was plenty
What was
to go
on it?
around.
What was in it? What was in the?
It's got our frips to start, and they're unbelievable potatoes. And it's got shrimp, oysters, catfish, small fillets of catfish, crab cakes, hush puppies.
What's your dad call them?
Shut up, you dogs.
Shut up, you dogs.
But it's just a ton of seafood. And you can get the big one for $79. And it's
Then that's bigger than the $50 one at Katie's.
oh yeah, way bigger.
The one at Katie's.
The
is like
half pan's bigger than the one at Katie's. It just looks bigger.
No, the Katie's $50 seafood platter is about, I'd say this is about 10 inches wide by at least 2 feet long.
And it's got
and it's about 6 inches high all the way across. It's
and
crazy.
we give you 1620 shrimp. They are the large butterfly shrimp.
So good.
They're freshly fried. They're unbelievable.
What we were just talking about in the hall. I'm serious when I
Yeah.
say this. 9 out of 10 places that sell a fried shrimp platter or a fried shrimp po' boy, you don't want to eat it. The crust falls off. They're greasy.
That's sacrilege.
The shrimp aren't local and fresh.
We change our oil. And
it's crazy. Am I right though? I mean, most places
yeah,
you don't
I
want to eat
mean,
the fried shrimp platter or the po' boy.
They probably don't use any egg wash.
Or they use too much, or they batter them and it's dripping when they throw them in, whatever.
You know, like when we pané something in the deep fryer, normally we pané something in a skillet, like chicken or veal or eggplant. We dust it in flour first and then egg wash it and then do the breadcrumbs.
Double dip.
Do the breadcrumbs. So there's an art to doing fried seafood. I'm telling you, we did 300 or more. They're probably more than 300. We fed 250 players and kids last night at the May Street Classic at UNO.
Wow.
And we were frying shrimp on site.
Wow. That's awesome.
And they were so good.
Yep.
I ate one. I was like, you know, we're pretty damn good at this.
Y'all are really good at it. I had a fried shrimp platter for lunch with my 4 other buddies and just putting a little lemon on them. I dip them in ketchup. Just fantastic. Knocked out the shrimp platter like
critic,
that.
the original great food critic. I mean, Tom.
Gene Borg?
Not Gene Borg, but he may have been the original. And then Richard Collin was a writer. But Tom Fitzmaurice, my friend who I love dearly.
He said y'all had the best fried seafood
He said we had the best fried seafood in New Orleans for sure. And
most
there'll
places
never be
butcher.
another food critic like him.
No, Tom was a
Never.
trip.
He was. And, you know, some people say, well, wasn't he a jerk? I'm like, well, man, it depends on whether he liked your restaurant or not.
Yeah, no, I don't
You
think
know?
Tom was a jerk.
No, he was wonderful.
Now, it was funny. I was working at WWL on 870 AM, like after Buddy D, just filling in. Like I didn't have the permanent slot. And they wanted to make $13.50 something.
Yeah.
and Tom pretty much owned 1350.
Yeah.
And he was on like 4 to 6.
Right.
And they moved him to lunchtime, and he was kind of pissed off about it. And I did 4 to 6, and I didn't even know Tom. And when I went over there to like introduce myself and shake his hand, he just ignored me. And he ignored me for like 2 straight months. And then one time I would just walk down the hall and I'd always just be nice. And then finally he just went, he made a noise at me.
Uh-huh.
And then he finally goes, all right, why don't we pretend we're having a feud on the air? I was like, well, it seems like we're having a feud right here.
Right.
And then we just hit it off and just, I mean.
He was such a brutally intelligent, intellectual person. And most intellectuals don't come off as having a great personality.
No, he'd be like,
but
what
he
are the
did.
Saints? He'd say stuff like that. He originally was a sports writer. You know that, huh?
He hated sports.
He was a sports writer.
I know he
in the
was,
early
but they
70s.
forced him into doing that because that's what he had to do. He told me that. And he just, intellectuals like that usually have very dry sense of humor. And that's what Tom was. And I'll always miss him. I loved him. And
hey, let's go to Hammond. Charlie, what you doing? Hey, just living here in Hammond. You call that living?
You call that living?
Let's go to the pink phone.
Call that living?
Let's go to the pink phone.
You call that living?
Yep.
Yeah,
What a
he was funny, man.
Hey, let me knock this out real quick, Scott. Yeah. Total maintenance. If you need air conditioning help, you need it at Francesca, you need it at Katie's, you need it at your house. Total maintenance. Fair and honest Lucas and the boys. 30 plus techs, 30 plus trucks. They come with a sense of urgency and they diagnose it right the first time. My AC went out a few years ago. Lucas diagnosed it over the phone. And then in about 45 minutes, Phil and one of his crew show up and they fixed it just like that. Any repair, replacement, service needed, they only do what's totally necessary. Fair and honest Lucas and the boys. If you need air conditioning or heat help in New Orleans or Baton Rouge, think Total Maintenance. tm-ac.com. If you need air conditioning or heat help in New Orleans or Baton Rouge, think Total Maintenance, tm-ac.com. It's Friday during Lent, seafood time. Scott Craig's with us from Francesca Deli and Katie's. I'm going to knock out a quick break, Scott. We'll come back and talk more seafood and some other goodies. Signetti's getting 13 mil a year, like the LSU coach and the Georgia coach.
Well, he won a natty.
At Indiana, of all places.
He put Indiana on the map. Indiana's got money.
Yeah, they apparently
they've got alumni that you wouldn't believe.
They're paying him 13 mil,
including the great Dean Kleinschmidt.
Oh wow, the old Saints guy. Yeah. Hey, we're coming right back. Saints trainer Deanie. I love old Deanie.
Total maintenance keeps you cool. Total maintenance keeps you cool. Total maintenance keeps you cool. tm-ac.com, your cool spots. Total maintenance keeps you cool. tm-ac.com, your cool spots.
Word is, one of the best restaurants in New Orleans isn't even in New Orleans. Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. Cross the lake and taste what you're missing. Tuesday through Saturday, Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville.
Here at the NOLA Coalition, we love our kids and we love our city. The people of New Orleans are standing together for a better future. By harnessing our collective resources, the NOLA Coalition will create a safer, more prosperous city for all residents. Your support is needed to help reduce violence, invest in our children, and drive generational change. Join now at nolacoalition.info.
Francesca Deli and Pizzeria has over 15 specialty sandwiches, a big 10-ounce burger, and some of the best pizza in New Orleans. Francesca Deli and Pizzeria on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview between Canal Boulevard and West End.
Young's Dry Cleaning, with 2 walk-up locations with personal service. Young's on Claiborne and Young's on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview. Young's Dry Cleaning. Call 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com. There's a Middle Eastern restaurant that's less than 5 minutes from where Causeway and River Road meet. Lebanon's Cafe. Convenient to Old Metairie and Old Jefferson. Carrollton at Jeanette on the streetcar line. Lebanon's Cafe. Artificial turf custom golf putting green. Beautiful, functional, zero maintenance. Call New Orleans' own LGD Lawn and Landscapes and get your free estimate.
Dave Miet Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miet, INSagency.com. Dave Miet Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miet, INSagency.com.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralox, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralox technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralox is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Scott Craig of Katie's Restaurant.
All of my ingredients are fresh. Nothing comes out of a can here. Nothing. All of our seafood is Louisiana. All of our vegetables are Louisiana vegetables. It's a neighborhood restaurant.
Katie's in Mid-City.
Yeah, you right. Fantasy Friday edition of the program. It's the 5 o'clock powwow. That's Scott Craig from Katie's.
It's always a fantasy with you, bro.
It is. That's what I always say. This show's like the Penthouse Forum.
Yeah, I remember that.
I was attending a large Midwestern university, and then it just goes into.
I was at, when I was a kid, we used to read that stuff.
Ridiculous.
I'm reading the articles, Mom.
Yeah, exactly. It's all about the stereo system. I'm not looking at the pictures in Playboy. It's the 8-track tape stereo system.
You remember how cool it was when you got a hold of a Playboy magazine?
I don't really know how cool it was, Scott.
So, we were young.
Oh, boy. 5 o'clock powwow continues. That is Scott Craig. It is Lent. It's Lent.
Yeah.
Let's change the subject. Get back to seafood and
Catholicism.
Hey, you rattled off a list of great seafood at Katie's. What's going on at Francesca Deli over there on Harrison Avenue in between Canal Boulevard and West End?
Like I was saying, we were talking about these giant seafood plates. That's where we do the pans of food.
So I can go into Francesca and get what?
You can go in there and say, I need a small seafood platter, which feeds at least 4. I mean, 4 people.
That comes in the half pan or in a plate?
That comes in the half pan.
All right. So and how much is that seafood?
$50, $49.
It's about the same size as the one at Katie's. The half.
It's probably a little bit more.
Wow.
But we do give you the what is it? 36, 31s, 35, 34, 31, 35, 31, 35 shrimp.
Yep. So smaller shrimp at Francesca,
but you get more of them.
Yeah, more of them. So what's on the seafood platter at Francesca?
That's got shrimp, oysters, small fillets of catfish, crab cake, hush puppies, and frips.
Nice.
Along
Frips
with,
are like your
coleslaw,
thicker
potato
than a
salad.
Lay's potato chip, smaller than a French fry.
Yes. They're very, very thin and crispy.
Kind of like
it's not a fry, it's
kind of
not
like
a
those
chip,
ones
it's a
that
frip.
I mean, I've had them. I'm just trying to let other people know what they are. Kind of like Crescent City Steak. Those little
No, but those are shoestrings.
No, the little round discs.
Oh, the cottage fries.
Yeah.
No, these are
A little thinner.
These are much thinner.
Yeah,
than that.
crispier. Yeah, the cottage fries are kind of anyway.
Yeah.
That's a good place, Crescent City Steaks.
It's a
I
great
can still
place.
go there since I don't really follow the
Didn't that make you
rules.
top 40?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, your top 40 and my top 40 are
Ridiculously similar.
ridiculously similar because we're born here.
Yep.
We grew up here.
Yep.
And we know what the great restaurants are here.
Yeah, and I know this is a weird. I don't even like it. I got to come up with a better word. This isn't even a word, but the frou-frou stuff, I call it, ain't on my list. The Michelin Guide stuff, sliced apple in a bubble, and they pump smoke in there, and that's the dessert, and it's a $295 prefix.
And foam.
Yeah, exactly. Foam and just crap. I mean, here today,
I don't get it, man.
tomorrow. People are hyping these 5-star Michelin Guides. It's like won't be open in a year.
Right.
Won't be open in a year in New Orleans.
Well, they might make it a year because they got the Michelin star.
Yeah, maybe so. But no, when I go to Michelin star, it's
I go to
Don Malisi's Po' Boys. That's
right,
there's
man.
your Michelin place.
Or Irene's or
Irene's, so good.
Or GW Fence. Did they get a star?
I don't know if they did.
GW Fins didn't get a star.
Kenny knows what he's doing over there, huh?
They must be smoking cannolis.
Yeah, maybe
I mean,
so. No, well, they go after the stuff that's like two things. I think it's for like rich and wealthy people, not the average eater. And it's all like if you're serving just like steak and fries, you're out the window. It's got to be, Wagyu cooked over a rock, just crap.
I think there were some casual restaurants that
there were a
in that.
few. There were a few like Domalice's, some things like that were
I just-
mentioned, but and I'm not knocking Emerald. I love NOLA. I love Old Emeralds, but I don't like a prefix menu and $295 a head.
Did Le Petit Grocery get one?
I don't
Is
think
that
they
on your
did.
list?
Yeah, Le Petit.
Okay,
Grocer's on
because
mine.
okay,
That crispy
now
chicken
Justin
over there is
DeVilliers
outrageous. Yeah.
is one of the top 3 chefs in the city.
Yep.
He, Mike Galata, Etana, and Emerald. I mean, Emerald's the best. But John Besh, he's right up there. I really love Besh's cooking.
Susan Spicer.
Both
her places made it.
It's
Bayona was in the first tier, and then I had Hopedale. Is it Hopedale or
no Rosedale?
Rosedale.
Hopedale. They're both excellent.
Rosedale.
I got engaged at Bayona. I got on my knee.
I mean the lamb loin.
3rd time. Huh?
That lamb loin entree.
I haven't had it yet.
At Bayona?
It's been
unreal.
a while.
It's a sliced up lamb.
I don't
loin
get
with
out
this-
that much.
With this demi-glace on top.
I'm still going on about Irene's, and that was 3 months
It's so
ago.
not true. He was hours before Shia LaBeouf got arrested by R Bar. He was
I
at
did
R
take
Bar.
2 days off. We were at the R Bar, and kudos to the R Bar people. We had so much fun. I was definitely one of the oldest people there, and I danced the whole day.
That's
Now,
my only regret in life.
I say
don't
day. I
dance.
wasn't there at
One of my few
Shia
regrets in
LaBeouf
life. I
time.
don't dance. That probably cut my female dating in half.
You can't just move.
No.
Why?
Well, I'd have to.
I look like an idiot.
I'd have to be hammered.
But I look like an idiot. But I do it
I
anyway.
have to see. I have to be unconscious. to
Chicks
do it.
dig that, man. Just
course
that
they
you
do.
just make an effort.
I'm telling you, it's a regret.
You just have to make it. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
over. It's not
pathetic.
over.
Yeah,
Corey.
life's not over yet. I got a long way to go.
No, man.
Anyway,
Good looking
the
guy.
Bayona lamb loin, the shrimp with the coriander and black bean, and the that appetizer's outrageous.
I hadn't been in a while.
I think
but
Irene's has the
Irene's,
best crab meat au gratin on the planet.
it's up there.
And the chicken rose
But-
merino is the
But the
best version
steak
of that.
knives, crab meat au gratin.
The steak knives.
As my
crab meat
dad
au
would
gratin,
say,
I
au
love it.
gratin.
The crab. See, at I would say at steak knife it's crab meat au gratin. At Irene's it's crab meat au gratin. Like
it is a gratin.
like the
because
one at
it's-
steak knife
it's-
is fantastic. I love it. I order it every time I go. Get those little toasty.
Oh,
things.
it's so good. Bobby
It's so
does
good.
such a good
Bobby's
job.
great. I love the
Yeah,
steak knife.
yeah.
That's on my list. The
Yeah.
steak knife. But that one is more. I don't want to say blue collar because it's not. But it's more like basic
Neighborhood.
cheese, more neighborhood. It's
Neighborhood.
more basic cheese. Like Irene's is 3 different, Gruyere, like these cheeses. You
Oh
can't
no,
even
Bobby
find.
uses different cheeses. In
Oh no,
there.
he
There's
does.
Not basic
No,
cheese
they're
in
great. I love. I
there. Bobby told me what's in it.
I love.
I can't ever repeat that because we're good friends.
Steak knife. The creamy Italian dressing is some of
Look,
the best anywhere.
The steak knife is one of the top underrated restaurants in the city of New Orleans.
is.
And it's because it's in Lakeview and he does no marketing
it's a neighborhood-
whatsoever.
It's a neighborhood joint.
But it's great.
He might start doing some marketing right here.
I mean, but you
Talked to
know,
him about a week ago about it.
Bobby's
He
going
said-
to do
yes,
marketing.
I said, I haven't done any marketing in 35 years.
He doesn't
Might-
do
might
it.
start
He
doing-
doesn't do
might-
social media. He
might-
hates social media.
Might let you start
He doesn't
doing
do
it.
any of it. Well,
No,
let me-
I'll drive people to
let
steak
me
knife.
talk to him.
Yeah.
I believe in it.
No, I love steak knife.
You know,
the New York strip.
but
there
you're
is
never going to get
fantastic.
him to come sit here in this studio.
No, he's not.
Not Bobby.
No.
But Bobby is like one of the most down to earth, good people I know.
Yep. Bobby's in the back cooking. And
Always,
Guy is
and
brothers
Guy's
in the
always
front.
in the front.
Yep.
Yep.
Now I get those little toasty things, and then I say, "Bring me a little crab." Besides the crab meat au gratin, bring me some of that creamy Italian.
Yeah.
And I dip those toasty things in the creamy Italian dressing.
Yeah.
It's just fantastic. No, the steaks are great. The crab meat au gratin.
And the freezy things.
the
The,
drinks.
the freezy thing, the Brandy Alexander freeze, should have been named after me because he told me he was going to do it about 30 years ago. But when you go to the steak knife, just say, I want one of Scott's freezy things.
I remember going when it was across the street.
Oh,
before
yeah.
They moved into the
Oh,
bank
yeah.
building.
I totally busted him on the freezy thing once because he ran out of Haagen-Dazs and he had to go to the store and get Borden ice cream.
Oh, boy.
And I ordered a freezy thing. And I said, dude, what happened to the Haagen-Dazs? He went, what are you talking about? I said, Bobby, I know
can
my
tell.
ice cream.
Oh, boy.
I could tell. And he was just, I cannot believe you can tell that. I said, absolutely.
You like Creole Creamery?
I do. Very much.
Good ice cream. I haven't
And
been to this.
Bricados.
What's this? Witch? The soft
The
serve
witch, he
off
does.
Mary Road. You heard about this place?
Yeah, I've heard about it, but I'm not eating that right now. I've gotten almost to 50 pounds. I hit 50 pounds and now I'm back.
You can
to
do it once every week, once
I
every
eat,
other week.
I eat these little Yasso ice cream things. They're like 30 calories a pop and they're delicious.
I went and I was at Whole Food, which is just so overpriced. I don't know how people. It's so crowded. It's amazing. People go there with.
It's overrated.
They had like choice filet was $42 a pound for choice. I'm like, y'all are on drugs. But,
because it's grass fed and the cow, the cow grazed in organic green grass.
If I were eating a steak every day, I'd want it grass fed. But since I'm eating a steak like once a week, I don't want it grass fed. I want it corn fed. I want the bad cholesterol in it because that's the flavor. Grass fed meat does not taste nearly as good as corn fed Midwestern beef.
No.
But I go to Whole Food and they got the pints of ice cream and cheapest at the bottom, most expensive at the top. And I see something, it's like $9 a pint.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Halo or something. So I grab
Halo,
this
it's
stuff.
not good.
I grab it. I go home. I take a bite. I'm like,
It's
spit it in
horrible.
the garbage.
I've tried it
And I'm
all.
like, what the hell is this?
No,
and then I
man.
look on the label. It's like keto. It doesn't have sugar. I'm
It
like,
doesn't
whoa.
have-
It's ice cream without sugar. It's like, I was like,
Or
really?
cream.
I threw the whole thing away. I took one bite of it.
There is an ice cream, but you have to get it at Fresh Market.
Jeez.
It's from Cincinnati. It's called Graters. Graeter.
Is it ice cream or custard?
It is ice cream.
Because custard kicks butt. You remember
Frozen
War on the
custard from
Roost
St.
custard?
Louis. Yeah.
Exactly. Cleveland, St. Louis, the Midwest.
St. Louis has Ted Drew's, and it's unbelievable.
Yeah, I
It's
think
so
what it
good.
is, it's like, like beer.
So-
When it gets like past 8% alcohol, it turns into like malt liquor.
There's
believe it or
more
not.
egg in it.
Yeah. But yeah, the butter fat content. I think ice cream goes up to like 15, 18%, and then it becomes custard after that.
It's got more egg in it.
More egg, more butter.
So
doesn't melt as quick.
Rudy Brown, who owns Harrison Avenue Snowballs, which he changed the name. I know it is Harrison Avenue Snowballs. It's
What's there on
been
Fleur
go-
de Lis and Harrison?
No, it's on Harrison Avenue next to the Coral Reef Pet Shop.
Okay, gotcha.
That's the only snowball stand
Right by Steak
I have
Knife.
known since I was a kid. When
Right
I
by
want a
Steak Knife.
snowball, I go see Rudy. He made custard for me,
Wow.
and it was so good. And I was trying to get him to make it for the deli so we could have like St. Louis style frozen custard, but he couldn't do enough of it.
I gotta get this.
He's got his hands
I
full.
forget the name. It's not Hazel Witch. It's something Witch.
I know
it's
what
this
you're talking
soft
about.
serve like on Metairie Road by Fosis.
And there's a
Strange
guy,
hours.
there's this guy that does one ice cream a week or something out of his house or something, which
Wow.
is cream. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that must be the same place.
I haven't had it, but it's
Creole
I don't like
Creamery's
all
good.
those funky flavors.
But I still like chocolate chip from Baskin Robbins,
Yes, but I've never been the biggest Baskin Robbins.
The break train's coming. Look out, Scott. We got to get
Oh,
off the tracks.
is
Coming
that-
right back,
that's not
New
Blue
Orleans. Don't move.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes are magazine, as unique as you.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralox, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralox technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralox is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Dave Miet Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miet, insagency.com. Dave Miet Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miet, insagency.com.
Trey Yen in Mandeville, a New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen.
In New Orleans, we don't eat to live. We live to eat.
More is better.
Scott Craig of Katie's.
That is our slogan. More is better at Katie's. It means more of everything. Not just more food, more smiles, more friendship, more love, more. When you do something, you have to do it right. You know, it's all about more, and it's all more of the good things.
Get more at Katie's Restaurant in Mid-City.
Ladies and gentlemen, in this Lamarck Automotive Complex, there's something called Quick Lane. Tires, wheel alignments, struts, servicing your transmission. We do in all makes and models. It doesn't have to have been purchased from us. It's for you. It handles your lifestyle with your budget in mind. And we want to get you in and out as quick as possible. Quick Lane, you got to come see it. You're going to love the experience. Right there at Williams Boulevard in Kenner.
South Shore residents that love good food are making the short trip across the lake to Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. North Shore folks have known about Gallagher's 527 for years. Now the South Shore has discovered this hidden gem. One of the metro area's best restaurants is less than 30 minutes away. Take the quick trip across the lake and experience Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. As good as it gets.
The Fence Man, a locally owned fencing company serving the metro New Orleans area for over 20 years.
I'm the fence man.
TheFenceman-NewOrleans.com.
Yeah, I'm the fence man.
Oh, boy. Who's texting me? This guy, Mark Dayfelice, Manally's had a great crab au gratin.
He did.
I don't remember getting that. I used to just get the pan roast.
But he's gone now.
Yep. Dickie Brennan's got it now. The pan roast is incredible at Manally's. I used to tell Mark, I was like,
with Dickie last week.
I was like, Mark, you're, the barbecue shrimp are the signature dish, and most restaurants don't even have a signature dish, but that combination pan roast is incredible at Manally's.
It is, but
really good.
You're right. They also had a great crab meat.
Well, now
right
Mark
there.
Dayfelice just texted me saying this.
They did. I know. That was another one they had that was really good. I like their red gravy. Always like their red gravy.
My brother gets the veal with the barbecue peeled shrimp on top.
It's
veal
delicious.
gambino. Is that what it is?
Delicious.
Veal gambino.
It's crazy good, but I don't know if it's still doing that.
Yeah. Are they still? I don't know.
I don't
It's
know.
funny. You had
Dickie's
lunch
kind
with
of
Dickie
changed
Brennan.
some things around. Yeah.
I had lunch on Dickie Brennan's porch. Barbecue shrimp. He made them right in front of me, and that was about a month ago.
Yeah, it was so funny. It was the first Friday it was last Friday. And he texted me that morning. He says, "You're going to be at the restaurant today?" I said, "Sure, I'll meet you over there." And we sat at the bar. And he got there right at 11 o'clock. And I was talking about how I wanted to change the look, do a facelift of Katie's on the inside, and he's watching just the crowd.
What's wrong with the inside of Katie's?
Here we go. So he's watching the crowd just flow into the place. And he looked at me and went, "Why?" And I said, "I don't know. Try to get some younger people in here, just make it a little more pizzazz."
I think
he said, "Scott, you don't want to do anything with this place."
I think it's great.
I wanted to do like a little
walls.
facelift on the bar or something, because it's messy back there because we have stuff everywhere. But that's part of the charm.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know why. I don't mess with that.
I
mean, that's a winning, deal. You got an offense that's putting 400 yards a game up on the scoreboard, and you want to change the offense.
It's funny you said that, because my kitchen is very small, as you know, and we see 200 people there, but outside, inside, upstairs, you know.
Yep.
And obviously we can't send 200 tickets back there all at once because the kitchen would go under. But the kitchen is a system that we built. And Jonathan Legand, who was my first kitchen manager after Katrina when we reopened in 2010. God bless his soul. He was a great guy. Wish he was still with us. But he and I built that system, and it's a very small kitchen. You know, it's got pizza, grill, saute, fry, and you come around on this side, and it's got 2 expo stations. And then the dish side is on the right. But that's all there is. And we do prep in the back, which is a very small prep area. And it's a perfect system. And if everyone does their job and it doesn't break down, it's a perfect system. You know, and if someone does break down, the person's right next to them to help them get out, you know, get out of it. So it works.
No, it's a machine. I was talking to you the other day when I was in there with you for steak night, and I was like, man, how many employees you got going here? How many of this? I don't know how you handle it. Seriously, it seems so overwhelming. It was packed, and you have all these employees, and just it's a machine.
We're a family.
Yeah, I guess so.
The ones that don't fit into the family feel that we have there just don't make it.
Yeah,
but it's impossible because we love one another. I mean, we really take care of one another and look out for one another. It's definitely a family atmosphere. You know?
Speaking of family, Rouse's Markets, for over 65 years, there are now over 75 Rouse's locations. If you're heading home from work right now on a Friday, you got to get some stuff tonight for dinner. You might pass 2 or 3 Rouse's on the way home. Convenience, selection, quality, price. Rouse's Markets tastes like home. New Orleans grocery store. 75 plus Rouse's. A good 35% of them are in Metro New Orleans, and they go from Lake Charles all the way to Alabama up to Hattiesburg.
Is that going to be Rouse's where when Dixie was on Veterans?
Which
at the beginning of Veterans?
No, it's because they have the Rouse's right there at Vets.
Yeah,
and
it's
Causeway.
right there. They have the big.
But
Rouse's.
In like Central, in Hattiesburg, in New Orleans East now it went from a grocery desert to problem solved. You got the Rouse's on Chef Highway out there, and the folks in New Orleans East are loving it.
And there's a Rouse's on, where is that? It's Rouse's. There's a Rouse's on Franklin and
right by the UNO Lakefront Arena.
Leon C.
That old Schwegman's, that huge store parking on the roof.
Schweggy baby.
Yeah, that parking on the roof. That's Rouse's on Leon C. Simon and Franklin. Yep. That's
Original
a monster.
Schwegman's on Gentilly.
I live by the Sewage and Water Board. There are 4 Rouse's within 10 minutes of my house.
I don't know how they expand and run all of those stores.
Because they're a machine like you at Katie's. Just like when I'm in Katie's going, I'm overwhelmed, my head's spinning, and you're just like, no problem, man. We got it. We're a family. It's just, that's how they are. No, Rouse's.
Yeah.
I love Rouse's. It's quick. It's easy.
Yeah.
One of my favorite Rouse's is that little one on Ferret. Have you been to that store?
No.
I call it like the boutique store. It's in between Jefferson and Napoleon on Ferret. Kind of anchors that street. 20 years ago, I used to drive down the street. I called it the Ferret Jet because you could just blaze down there. Now you're doing like 15 miles an hour.
Right.
There are people everywhere, businesses everywhere.
I thought about putting a restaurant there 10 years ago. I just, we just don't want to expand, man.
No,
I know.
I'm
happy with what we have.
Jefferson Parish politicos are like, bring a Katie's to Jefferson. Bring a Katie's to the North.
They wanted
Shore.
one in Rivertown. I'm like,
I'm
no,
not-
that's a dead end.
No, I'm with you. I went to Ground Patty the other day in Rivertown.
Is it good?
It's pretty good.
I love Ground Patty.
Yep, they have pretty good onion rings.
Grew up on Ground
Onion
Patty
rings
at
aren't
the
quite as good
lakefront.
as yours. The dipping them in ketchup, the crust fell off.
I think they're the wet batter.
They might be, but your onion rings are great. I mean, when you go to Katie's, you got to start with onion rings. They're beautiful onion rings, and there's a little bit of spice to them. They're not like burn your mouth, but just a little hot. They're great.
It's just we put a little bit of
family love in there.
Little family love.
All right, it's Lent. If I'm going to Katie's tonight for dinner, it's Lent. Not ordering a steak, not getting a pork chop, not getting the ribs. What am I getting at Katie's tonight since it's Lent?
Redfish. Nobody had any flounder. We've got beautiful redfish.
You got speckled trout too, right?
We've got speckled trout. We've got beautiful redfish.
See, I prefer speckled
and we
trout
may
over
have
redfish.
sheep's head.
Very
It was
similar.
supposed to come in. I left and it wasn't in yet. So
That's like Frank Brightson's
I mean,
favorite fish.
it gets, you were talking about Frank and the crawfish.
Yep.
We do crawfish boils every Thursday, starting the first Thursday in March. I think it's the 5th. So when we have crawfish left over, yes, we peel them, save the fat, because we clean the fat out of the heads. It's crucial because the difference between like Asian crawfish and Louisiana crawfish, they don't pack it in the fat.
No, exactly.
They wash them.
Yep.
So, but ours are packed in fat,
and they're all
like
just
from
like
Bro
knuckle.
Bridge.
They're rubbery. They suck.
Oh,
they're
I
terrible.
think they shoot them up.
No,
but
I wouldn't doubt this. I mean,
but we're going to make bisque.
Nice.
Stuffed heads, so we'll have bisque next month.
Nice.
Bisque next month.
There's a few places that La Boca, Adolfo Garcia, the Argentine steakhouse in the Warehouse District. I really need to call them because I do it right on the air right now. Let's do it live on the air, huh? Why not?
Will he answer?
No, Adolfo won't, but I just want to know. It's crawfish season, so I'm wondering if they have the crawfish empanada because it's the best crawfish pie maybe in the world.
Does he make his own empanada dough?
Oh, yeah. Everything's from scratch. Right now, it's like a beef empanada.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Adolfo.
Yeah.
This is Corey.
Well,
You're live
he's not
on
going to
the air.
answer, but someone will.
Don't say.
Hey, I was wondering if you guys have the crawfish empanadas yet.
Not yet. They haven't even started peeling the tails yet. So.
Gotcha. So maybe in the next few weeks?
Way too expensive. I mean, when the price starts coming down.
Yeah, great. That's the best crawfish pie anywhere.
I appreciate it. I mean, the second their prices in range, we're going to be serving them. So.
Sounds great, man. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you. Have a good one.
Yeah, you too.
That was the answer you were looking for.
Huh? Yeah.
That is advertisement worth its weight in gold.
I'm telling you.
Because he just said we haven't even started peeling the crawfish yet.
He means the processors haven't started peeling them yet.
Or they're not peeling them in-house.
Well, no, they're buying, like most people do. They're getting the 1 pound local fresh.
Yeah,
crawfish,
but
the
it usually runs
farmers
about $14 a pound.
14, $15 a pound. And right now, I don't even think they're available yet. I'm getting Mike Strain on the program next week for the Commissioner of Agriculture. And he says the migrant workers right now aren't available and the prices are.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is part of the problem because our workers, if you want citizens to do all of the work, then people need to do it.
Yeah, but it ain't going to be $15 a pound. It's going to be like $20, $30 a pound if you.
It can't be that much.
If they're 15 already. The Chinese are like $7, $6. They suck.
I can't use Chinese crawfish.
The La Boca crawfish pie, the empanada at La Boca, the best crawfish pie in the world. It's absolutely.
Now I gotta go have one.
And then
what else is in there?
And then it's, I guess the Trinity, the chopped up onions and all that. Just a nice sauce, crispy outside.
What kind of sauce is it?
I guess like a bechamel type thing. I'm guessing.
Cream.
Yeah, creamy, just outrageously good, and full of chock full, and a little corn, some corn with the crawfish,
little fresh corn.
Yeah, it's just really good.
Yeah.
And then you get, I like a fillet or a ribeye or strip, and they have those at La Boca, but you get a hanger or a skirt steak or
they've got good food.
You get the Argentine steak, and then Frank Brightson at Brightson's has 3 things with crawfish. The crawfish egg roll is outrageous, like the stuff he stuffs in the shell. You can just eat that.
Yeah.
But then he's got the shell and then he's got a sauce on top. So it's like triple whammy. And then his crawfish and corn soup, not a bisque, the crawfish.
That's what we have.
Is outrageously good. And then
you should taste the crawfish and corn soup at the deli today.
Nice.
As good as it gets.
I had some. You brought me some like 3 weeks ago.
At the deli?
No.
I brought it here. Yeah. Right. It's so good.
And the crawfish etouffee.
Mm-hmm.
Frank makes it like old Mandich. You remember Mandich on St. Claude?
Yep.
That brown, not tomato-based brown.
It's the way we make it.
Exactly. The tomato-based.
It's outstanding.
It's not,
tomato-based is sacrilegious, man.
It kind of is.
It's like putting tomatoes in gumbo.
It's like putting tomatoes in gumbo. When you see the red slithers of tomato and gumbo, it's like, why is that in there? No, you're right.
Even worse than that, tomato sauce. God.
No, that's what people use. I saw Zimmer, that chef online, who's doing etouffee, shrimp etouffee, and tomatoes and tomato paste. I was like, nope. Uh-oh.
Did he really?
Yeah. Well, it's Andrew Zimmer. It's lucky he even made something that was edible.
Andrew Zimmer, and
Yeah.
I like him too. He ate a
No,
case.
it looked edible. It looked good for the rest
But
of the country.
he was making it?
For the rest of the country, not here.
Or he was arrested.
Simlawn artificial turf custom golf putting greens. Beautiful, functional, zero maintenance. Call New Orleans' own LGD Lawn and Landscapes and get your free estimate.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralox, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralox technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralox is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Scott Craig of Katie's Restaurant.
All of my ingredients are fresh. Nothing comes out of a can here. Nothing. All of our seafood is Louisiana. All of our vegetables are Louisiana vegetables. It's a neighborhood restaurant.
Katie's in Mid-City. Word is, one of the best restaurants in New Orleans isn't even in New Orleans. Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. Cross the lake and taste what you're missing. Tuesday through Saturday. Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville.
The Fence Man, a locally owned fencing company serving the metro New Orleans area for over 20 years.
I'm the fence man.
TheFenceman-NewOrleans.com.
Yeah, I'm the fence man. Total maintenance, keeps you cool. TM-AC.com, your cool spots. TM-AC.com, your cool spots.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes on Magazine, as unique as you.
Young's Dry Cleaning, with 2 walk-up locations with personal service. Young's on Claiborne and Young's on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview. Young's Dry Cleaning. Call 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
Trey Yen in Mandeville, a New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen.
Greater New Orleans, a destination for learning. With 13 colleges and universities and a booming job market, Greater New Orleans is the ultimate destination for your higher education. Your path to the future begins in Greater New Orleans. Find out more at studynola.com.
Outdoor dining, Middle Eastern cuisine, under the oak trees, Lebanon's Cafe. Some of the city's finest lamb chops and shish kebab. Carrollton at Jeanette by the streetcar barn, Lebanon's Cafe.
All right, Scott, we were talking about Lent and where to go, what to get at Katie's. What about if you're out by the lakefront and Lakeview, Metairie? You want to go to Francesca Deli on Harrison Avenue in between Canal Boulevard and West End. What are you getting over there?
I forgot about the grouper sandwich. We've got one of the very few grouper sandwiches you're going to find in New Orleans, but we've got grouper, and we do a grouper sandwich on a bun.
This is at the deli.
That's at the
Francesca.
deli, and it's delicious. I got people that go there just for that. I mean, you can get shrimp on a bun, shrimp poor boy, oyster on a bun, oyster poor boy. I had somebody order, what did they order today? Oyster on wheat. I was like, okay, we can do that. It's just, we can make anything you want. You can get pizza. We can do the shrimp and artichoke pizza, or we can do a vegetarian pizza, or, you know, you can make some sort of shrimp pizza, or, you know.
Nice.
Look, man, if you come in our doors, I'm going to do whatever I can to make for you, to make you happy. I jokes, I'll make you Chinese food.
Now, speaking of, I'm telling you, I think this is one of the best seafood restaurants in Metro New Orleans. Trey Yen in Mandeville.
Yes. You caught me off guard there, but yeah, they've got some incredible seafood dishes. I love Trey Yen.
The Tong Cho, they usually have speckled trout and flounder.
I think I texted you the last time I was there.
Yeah.
Asked you
Yep.
what to get. Yeah.
It's yeah, exactly. I was making sure something with Tong Cho sauce. The whole speckled trout or flounder, they debone the fish, the head and tail's intact. It's seasoned, marinated. They flash fry it. You could just eat it like that. It's great.
It's delicious.
But then they put the ladles of that signature Tong Cho
Yeah,
sauce on it.
it's so
And
good.
you get both fillets.
That's what I got.
It's so good.
That's what I ordered.
The whole fish is outrageous. I think
so
that's what I
good.
told you to get, the speckled trout or
Yeah.
the flounder.
That's what I got.
They have soft shell crabs and oysters and shrimp and crawfish.
Yeah.
And, I mean, so many great seafood
Yeah.
dishes at Trey. Yeah, and obviously it has a little Chinese angle to it.
That's fine.
But those Wong brothers know how to cook. 5 gourmet chefs. That's like you times 5 over there.
I wonder if like Lebanon's or the any of the Lebanese
Yeah.
or
Kebab house, Lebanon.
kebab house is what I was trying to come. I wonder if they do any seafood.
Yeah, they did just a little bit.
They've got kibbe.
Well, you can't eat the kibbe
Kibbe's
because it's
got
got
meat.
meat. Yep.
But it's got
but
falafel.
Yeah, you can get the falafel, or you get hummus, mujedra.
Yeah, but they don't do any seafoods.
No, they do. You at Lebanon, you can get grilled shrimp.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shish kebab, shrimp on a skewer that are grilled.
Yeah.
So you get that, and then you get like tabbouleh and baba ganoush, which is ground baba ganoush is ground eggplant. And
I'm not
hummus is ground
crazy
chicken.
about baba
I'm not.
ganoush.
I'm
It's
not big on-
okay.
my mom loves it. My brother and sister love it.
It's okay.
I love the tabbouleh there.
I love the
I
tabbouleh
get the
too.
fried football kibbe, but that's got meat in it.
Kibbe's one of my favorite things
Kibbe's
ever.
great. Kibbe nay, have you had the raw?
No.
That's incredible. Kibbe nay is raw kibbe. Like basically, it's
Fried?
cold. No, it's cold and it's raw, and you just put olive oil on it. And why it's the best in New Orleans?
So it's like tartar.
Exactly, but it's better because it's got the wheat and it's got seasoning. It's
And
a
the
little better
pine
than tartar.
nuts.
Yep. And you just kind of put a dent in it and pour olive oil on that, and it's cold, like refrigerator cold. And then what makes it the best in New Orleans compared to anywhere in the world, everywhere else, kibbe nay is served with pita bread, and that's fine. But my grandmother, my Situ, Arabic for grandmother, my mom's Syrian, 100%.
How long do they marinate that meat? I wonder.
Not very long.
No.
No.
Okay.
And it's got the Bulgar wheat, and
What kind of meat is it? Ground meat?
it's either lamb or beef. No,
Okay,
it's not
alright.
lamb. It's like ground sirloin. Or
Okay,
lamb.
right.
Yeah. And it's like a chili cut blade. I mean, my Situ used to use 2 knives like this.
Wow.
Like this. And the French bread absorbs the olive oil better than the pita does. So we'd use French bread instead of pita. And it was just, it's off the
so
charts good.
good.
Now I got to figure out a way to get kibbe nay. The last time I had it was, no one does it in town. Well, actually,
Do you cook Lebanese yourself?
no, because it's so labor intensive.
It is.
My mom would roll grape leaves or make
It is.
tabbouleh, stuff like that. It's just
I
very
love this
labor
stuffed
intensive.
cabbage too.
This
Oh,
place,
gosh.
Tannerine in Brooklyn,
Uh-huh.
used to have kibbe nay on the menu all the time. Like it's hard to find a place that serves the raw kibbe.
But
because it's raw.
Lebanon's got it.
No, but Lebanon's made it for me one time, and Kebab House made it for me because all it is like when they're making the football kibbe, that's the raw
They just
kibbe.
don't keep. They don't cook.
They
it.
just instead of stuffing it, they put it on the side and they made it for me like that.
So the kibbe, that's just battered and fried
No, it's not. Well, it's the meat and the wheat shell
all together.
with the it's called hashwi in the inside, like onions and meat, and then the football kibbe is fried.
Yes.
But the pan kibbe is even better, made
Okay.
in a pan, baked in the
All right,
oven.
we're boring everybody with this. I
Yeah,
guess.
like maybe. And then they had fish kibbe, and they would even do kibbe, which you'd put. I guess suet is the Lebanese word, Arabic word for the fat around the kidney of the lamb.
Yeah.
And it would be inside, like basically a football kibbe that's shaped like a hamburger.
Yeah.
We would grill those, and then after it's done, you would poke the side with a knife and kind of pinch it, and the suet would liquefy and cook in the inside, and it would drain out. You drain that out on your
Yum,
plate.
It's like fat.
It would drain out on the plate, and then there's enough still left inside where it's flavor. You want to drain it,
Yeah, because
but it would
it's
cook
heavy.
it from the inside, and the grill would cook it on the outside. That's
That's awesome.
phenomenal stuff. No, I miss my sit
God,
too.
I love food.
She knew what she was doing. I was lucky. Shish kebab growing up, all that good stuff. Lamb,
Yeah.
fantastic.
Your dad ate a lot of it.
Oh, he loved it.
He was a big boy.
He loved my sit too. Yeah, he loved my grand. Called her Miss Slyman, didn't you know?
So who was Lebanese? Your dad or your
no,
mom?
my mom. My
Your
dad's
mom, yeah.
Cajun French.
Yeah,
and-
right,
and
right.
Scandinavian. And my mom's 100% Syrian Lebanese. 100%.
Wow.
Yeah. Some 50% that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know my brother, olive skin, black hair.
25% Cajun.
Yep, 25% Cajun,
Yeah.
man.
You know how much Cajun I am? 0.
Oh, you like Edwin Edwards? None.
My family is from the Midwest, but I was born here. Obviously.
Yep. No, you're a Yachty Brother Martin graduate,
That's right.
which I think that means you have a 6th grade education. 6th grade.
At least I have an education.
I went to De La Salle, 5300 St. Charles Avenue. Man.
Yeah. That doesn't mean you got an education.
No, we grew up in the same neighborhood up at the lake.
Yeah, we did. I remember where you
doing
lived.
Sports show with
You
Eric
lived
Asher.
on Canal Boulevard and
No, I was out by UNO, right by UNO, right across the canal. I remember doing a sports show with Eric Asher, and I'd be like, Eric, who do you think is the uptown kid, and who do you think grew up by the lakefront? And everybody would be like, Eric grew up by the lakefront, you grew up
Right.
uptown. I was like, nope. Eric grew up uptown, right off Webster and Magazine. I grew up by the lake.
Eric. That's a New Orleans boy.
Oh yeah, Eric Asher, Smasher Asher.
Smasher Asher.
Yeah,
he's a good guy.
he is a good guy.
He's a sweetheart.
I need to get back in touch.
He's got a
with
big
Eric.
heart.
It's been a while. Oh, there's Blue
Playing
Boy
earlier
barking up a
tonight.
storm.
Oh, it's over.
It's already over, Scott. It's Lent seafood night tonight at Francesca Deli in Lakeview. Katie's has a dozen, maybe 15 seafood items perfect for Lent. Hit either one tonight. You'll be glad you did. Scott, always a pleasure, brother.
Thank you, baby. Love you.
Yeah, you too, man. Listen to Blue Boy. He's barking up a storm, saying, have a great weekend. See you Monday at 4 o'clock.
See you next time.
You're on the neutral ground with Corey Johnson on TV on Cox Channel 4 and Spectrum Channel 333. Also on YouTube, on radio at NOLA Talk 93.9 FM, WSLA New Orleans.
It's 6
Good
p.m.
boy.
No, I didn't put a magnet on your car this time.
Yeah, no Brother Martin Magnet. Should have told that story. That was incredible. That was great.
And it fell out of my